Welcome to Halo Infinite Tips and Tricks, hosted by Assassin RFP.
Today we're going to be taking a look at our boy Sir Bestia and looking at his movement, his positioning, and his teamwork. And if you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe the video. This is a channel where we help everyone from any skill level try to get better by breaking down and analyzing gameplay. So if you want to get good, let's get right into it. Alright, so Sir Bestia spawns across the map, his teammate has the ball, and it looks like he's going to go push to help. I do not like that he saw that there was an enemy with the shields popped and he decided to go with the grenade first. Definitely go for the easy kill, confirm the kill. So make sure you pay attention to the shield animations, whether they're popped, recharging full, etc. And then you reload when you still had a lot of shots, kind of out in the open. And that definitely causes your team to be overwhelmed and the enemy to establish ball control. Alright, and as we can see, the enemy team has taken over Subway. And what I do like good here is that Sir Bestia, instead of rushing out by himself, he did wait for his allies to spawn. So now they can make a team push. Alright, so although Sir Bestia ended up winning that engagement, more like his allies won that engagement for him, the big tip here is that you're going to go up against somebody that has a skull. The other enemy obviously had a shotgun, but even if you didn't know about that, why are you going to try to fight the skull at melee distance? That's all the skull carrier could do, is melee you. Stop leveling the playing field out for your enemies. Keep advantage at all times. If you have ranged weapons, keep your distance. If you have melee weapons, close the distance. And lucky grenade bounced by the enemies to finish you off. And now his team has established control. So definitely a mistake on his teammate Matador there, pushing as hard as he did. So now this is going to turn into a 2v1. Oof, and there it just seemed like pretty big confusing mess. So first of all, throwing grenades right at somebody doesn't do anything. So you always have to look at where you want the grenade to initially bounce and where you want it to end up. For example, if you wanted to get somebody around the corner, you would have bounced the grenade off of this pillar or even this back wall over here. So just really think about where you want the grenade to actually go. Just don't throw your grenades directly at the enemy because that never hits anyone. There, reloading out in the open was not good. Your teammate obviously pushed out way too far. There was no need for him to push out over there. Once you step out into this field, you could be getting shot from anywhere else on the map. So that was not good. Now you had spike grenades, which would be a little bit better to throw directly at enemies. But in this case, you're always trying to keep them back. So I would have thrown it at this wall so it's more directional and could actually get some kills if enemies try to get aggressive. And at the very least, we'll buy you some time to recharge your shields, maybe go for a flank, or let your allies come and help. But in this case, you're kind of just looking around. That was your lane to cover, and you get killed from there, so I would anticipate that you just let your whole team die by giving up that side. Alright, you hear call-outs from enemies in the middle of the street. Missed all your shots, but that's okay. Missed 4 more shots. But you don't miss the melee, at least not the first melee.
Oh yeah, Dutchman's treasure!
There you just, kind of have a little bit more patience. You could have just hidden in this corner over here. Your allies are up in the stairs where you were kind of pushing. That's where the enemies would have likely tunneled in through, even if you did miss all your shots like you did. If you would have at least just stayed in this corner here, you could have flanked and got free shots on anyone running in trying to rush up through the middle. Alright, reacting to some callouts, picking up the rockets. Enemy does have control right now. Looks like your allies took one down. Eesh, with rockets, I understand what you were trying to do there. You're just trying to flush people out. But rockets in Halo Infinite specifically are a lot more valuable than in other games. When it comes to rockets, you really want to secure kills. Otherwise, it's kind of a waste. Unless you're going for like a Galaxy Brain 200 IQ play. But in this case, you know, adding pressure and forcing people off of a location you guys don't even control is not good. Because if anything, that also helps your enemies because they have the oddball. So if you're shooting rockets into this hallway, your allies can't push up either, giving your enemies free time on the school. All right, good bait and switching there with your ally. There, I would have just liked a little bit more patience. You don't have to rush in at the same moment your ally's there. You know, sometimes lagging back a little bit is good. If he's going to push forward, you know, you stay back a little bit. Once he starts pushing back, then you start pushing forward. And just being able to bait and switch with your ally without even your ally knowing that you're bait and switching with them is key. All right, you picked up the skull, and it is time to put some points up on the board. Don't necessarily like the call of you dropping the oddball there. Definitely should have kept gaining points. I do like the overall idea of dropping the ball, helping in a fight, but if you're the skull carrier and you have a position locked down, you really only want to do that when enemies are already pushing into whatever base you're holding down. But in this case, if enemies are outside, your allies could still keep them back with grenades or suppressing fire and whatnot. At that point, it's time for you to keep scoring points. All right, not bad there. To us, because we could see all the outlines in the replay, it was obvious that there was two enemies pushing you, and the key there would have been throwing the ball at least into the street so that the enemies don't lock this position down again. And just to reiterate the earlier point, that enemy could have easily not died to you and killed you, but he decided to not keep his advantage and go melee distance with somebody carrying the oddball. Okay, and not only when enemies have the melee or the objective, if an enemy is one shot and you're not, if you get into melee range, you give the enemy an opportunity to come back and BXR you. Like there, I definitely would have wanted you to take a wide turn around the corner and keep your distance. Because if he's one shot, all you gotta do is one shot. But if he's in melee distance, he could just pop your shields and hit you in the head like really quick. And it's very possible you could whiff your melee, and then he could have got the out BR on you. So just know the range at which you have the advantage and keep your distance. All right, good support fire there. Eef. Patience, man. Shields were already going up. Patience. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. All right, you spawn at A nest. Here, I would hope you keep A nest and top control. You'll be able to basically put shots on everybody not looking at you. And you don't need to rush at enemies to fight them. Yeah, like you already had your entire team here. And now you basically left District, A side, as well as Spanker kind of free for enemies to take control and do as they will. When you had this nest, you could have put the same shots you put into everyone. When you rushed in, you could have put them from up here. Exact same shots. See, and naturally you're going to go back up here because this was the power position to hold in the first place. So just having kept that already could have kept your two teammates alive. And again, just kind of giving up top control. Just stop doing that. Just keep your power positions. All right, and it looks like your allies just clean this up. Here, take power control, man. Take A nest. All right, good playing around the corner there. Yeah, this is why A nest is a little bit better. I get that you don't have the angle into B, but the whole map doesn't have angles onto you. But good job. That is a win And I hope everyone learned a lot about positioning and keeping top control. And if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. I have a lot more videos about how you can get better at Halo Infinite coming your way. Until next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.